Hi guys, if you're on, let me know. I'm gonna wait a couple of minutes before we get started. I hope everybody is doing well. Feel free to leave a comment or comment. Let's see. Hey Fuchsia. Hey Susan. I know it's late, especially on the East Coast. It's probably like almost midnight, and here in Texas it's 10:54. Mm. Allergies have been acting up, so bear with me. This is alkaline water. This is what I drink on a daily basis. So it's part of like I don't know. I feel like I gravitate towards that a lot more. So let me just take my cough drop because it kind of soothes the back of my throat. Hmm. Okay. So we're gonna get started. I hope everybody is doing well. I'm gonna be doing your November monthly horoscopes. I decided to do it live, only because of time crunch, and we're already on the fourth day of November. Gonna be on the fifth day soon. I cannot believe we're already in that area of of the year. Can you believe that? And people are already wanting to talk about Christmas and Christmas decorations. I'm like, no, 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 no. Too early. I still need to get through Thanksgiving. So we're gonna focus on your November horoscopes. I'm gonna focus on my air signs first. I love you guys too. Um, we're going to focus on my air sign. So if you're a Gemini, a Libra, or an Aquarius, this is going to start your horoscopes. Okay, so stay tuned to this. Plus, I have some other tea and things that I want to talk about too at the very end. So even though you may listen to your live broadcast, of your horoscope, try to listen to this in its entirety. All right. All right. So the first thing that I see for this month, November, again, if you're an air sign, you're a Gemini, Libra, or an Aquarius. Is the Two of Cups. So this tells me like there's a lot of focus on friendships or relationships. If you've been single, if you've been thinking of love, trying to attract that partner, manifesting that. Now, this is again not going to be like for every single person that's an air sign listening to this. Not everything's going to apply, but like I said, there's going to be certain aspects that you can take. Just take whatever you can from this. But a love is on your mind. Love is on the brain, like Rihanna would say, right? On that song. So a lot of emphasis and focus on your love life if you're single. I also get here judgment. So it's almost like a lot of things from the past may surface. You may be feeling very judgmental of yourself. Oftentimes, as air signs, I can tell you, a lot of us are our own worst critics. We're the ones that kind of are our own worst enemies at times, not necessarily other people, but ourselves. Um, so the energies right now leading up until the end of the year, but this particular month of November are going to be quite intense. A lot of people are feeling things on a very deeper level. So be gentle on yourself if you are an air sign listening to this. Some of you are feeling trapped in a situation, maybe like your job's no longer bringing you the fulfillment or the happiness that you want or desire, and you're being called to reassess your life this month of November to change that path or change that course. This could mean that you decide to get, focus on like looking at jobs and getting prepared, your resume prepared, focusing on your presentation, how you would interview if you haven't been in the, out interviewing for a long time. Um, because the message that I just heard from Spirit is a lot of you have been dedicated either to one career or one job for quite some time, and now you're being called as a collective of the air sign groups that I'm reading right now. Again, if you're a Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius, if you're tuning in and you're not one of these signs, but you have Libra, Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius in another aspect of your chart, like in your rising or your moon, ascending or moon, you can still, this may still apply to you, certain aspects of the horoscope. So please, thank you, the Leslie Michelle. If you're tuning into this, hit the thumbs up and subscribe button on the right hand side of the screen. It's the right hand side red button. and the notification bell icon, hit that and turn it to all so that you're notified. Okay. The other aspect of this month's energy for the collective, if you are an air sign listening to this, again, Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius, is that a lot of you are going to be going through some type of heartbreak. Like, on some level, some of us already know that we need to let go of a person that's toxic for us, but we've been holding on for the longest time, convincing ourselves that, maybe that they're going to change. Maybe we're not the issue, but you've noticed certain changes in certain people that you have kept in kind of in your circle. Either they're distant from you, they're no longer talking to you. Things just don't feel the same. On an intuitive level, you've been picking up on this, but kind of convincing yourself that this is not true. But in reality, you are absolutely fucking correct about your assessment on your feelings and things that you've been feeling. Um, so as painful as it is, you're going to be confronted with some difficult decisions if you are an air sign, or you have an air sign in another part of your chart. Like I said, either ascending or moon, or just in another house of your birth chart. I also got the Knight of Pentacles. It's all about trust. You have to trust the process of where you're going with your career as well. Because as air signs, you tend to live up in your head in the air, kind of like always like thinking about everything, all at once. And this is going to be a month where you can start, tapping into your creativity to ground you. If you are an air sign, you really are very in tune with your creativity. Could be your wardrobe. It could be a decoration, like decorating the house for the holidays, for Thanksgiving. Maybe you want to, plan something like a banquet or a buffet or like a birthday party for those that are celebrating birthdays. Also, happy Scorpio season. Happy birthday to all my Scorpios out there listening to this. So, yeah, my voice is a lot deeper. Like I said, I've been suffering from like an upper respiratory thing. It's like bronchitis or whatever. But if you're an air sign, like I said, this is what I feel like you're expecting this month. This is being filmed live, but if you come back and look at this hours later, it's a replay. Just remember to take what you can from it. Lastly, the Two of Pentacles. At the end of, I feel almost like towards the end of November, you're going to start focusing on something about like making a decision. A financial purchase could be a larger purchase, but money's going to go one direction or the other. But either way, know that you're not going to make any, mistakes in how you choose to use your money or where it's going to be invested in. All right. So that was your horoscope for my air signs. Now we're going to get to my fire signs. I love my fire signs. I love my fire signs too because they're very feisty. So fire signs are going to be Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. I was just reading someone today and she was an Aries. Oh, spice. Talk about spice. They're very feisty. Okay. Um, so I hope you guys are tuning in. Leave comments below. Like, I want to know what y'all have to say. Otherwise, I have to kind of like, let me see, live chat. Oh, there you are. I couldn't see all of this. Ah, there you are, guys. Hi, Eva. Hi, Nora, Debbie Browder. Hi, Enchanted. Leslie Michelle. Michelle, thank you for being here and being my moderator. Hi, Naj. Hi, Tara. Eva, 81. Kayla. Hey, Kayla. It's been a while, hasn't it? Ice. I love Ice. She's one of my Patreon members as well. It's my ray of light. So if you haven't joined my Patreon, just join my Patreon. You're missing out because there's a lot of stuff that I have upcoming. Like I'm going to be teaching tarot classes, 2 classes per month. Um, every month if you're a member. It's only $10 a month. Come on, $10 is like you spend that on lipstick. You spend that if you go to the drugstore for lipstick. You could spend that on a burger. But $10 per month, you're not only getting the tarot classes, you're getting access to weekly horoscopes, other content like messages that I'll put out there, other development videos. So it's www.patreon.com/psychic medium ray. Just having to advertise. I'm doing giveaways too on Patreon as well. So, all right, let's go to my fire signs. If you are Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, this is your horoscope. If you're listening to this and you're not a fire sign, but you have Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, again, in your moon or ascending or your rising or moon, this could pertain to you. Okay. So this month for my fire signs, you have the Ten of Pentacles. You're going to be finding like you're sitting more in your financial um stability, or you're making plans for financial stability as you end this year going into 2023. Um, I feel like a lot of focus on money. Your mind is on money. That's where your mindset is. Your mind is on business. You're gonna have the Three of Cups. So I feel like you're entering a period where, like, let's say, like the beginning of this year has been very hectic, or actually the past couple of years have been hectic for a lot of my fire signs. But I feel like this right now, the energy that you're entering in the month of November is a very powerful energy, but it's like a shift. You're starting to notice a shift. You may notice that a lot of there's a lot of good news coming in, or things are starting to materialize or come to fruition that you've been wanting to happen, and it's going to be in baby steps. So the universe is never going to send something to you and be like, here's $1 million, and here's your girlfriend, and here's your boyfriend, and here's the love of your life, and blah blah blah. It's going to happen in baby steps, and little things are, you're going to get little signs. um as you are approaching what your spirit is saying right now, is that as you get closer to manifesting the things, the path that you want for yourself, or carving that path, you're going to get little validations from the universe. It could be seeing 1111, which, right now it's 11:04 p.m. At night here in Texas, but you could see 1111, 1, 2, 3, 4. You could see a feather. It's little things. Pay attention to the little things, right? And then we have the Knight of Pentacles again, which came out for the air signs too, about trusting the process. Trust where your career is going, where you want things to go. The Sun card kind of comes out, and it just makes me feel like, again, this is like a very good aspect for you. I'm just reading the comments. What's the tea, Kayla? Yes. Where's your Starbucks? I didn't get it. I was gonna go and get my Starbucks right before, but it's late. Unfortunately, Starbucks closes at 10 on Friday through Sunday here in Texas. I don't know in other places, but I think that's what. But I've also been converting to Dunkin' Donuts. But again, going back to my fire signs, I feel like the month of November is like there's going to be some levels of happiness, some reasons to celebrate. Not all is bleak, right? The Knight of Cups kind of comes in. It's making me feel like there's a lot of maturity around spirituality for you. A lot of you are starting to hone in more onto your spiritual abilities. You're starting to honor that aspect of yourself. You're starting to get visions or have premonitions of things, and it's your intuition that is growing and your spirituality that's growing. You need to trust that process and trust that you are not imagining things. It's not your imagination. At the same time, you're being asked to take a leap of faith. The Fool card comes out, and all it means is like you need to take a risk. Maybe you need to live a little bit more spontaneous. Add some spontaneity into your life. Be more spontaneous. Be more adventurous. Add some spice, because a lot of you have been programmed either through your parents or through society to live a very rigid lifestyle, like yada yada yada, schedule, 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 and you don't deviate away from it, and it becomes very boring. It's like you could invite a friend over to your house to spend the weekend and hang out and watch movies and whatnot, but yet you're glued to your laptop or your phone and you're conversing. It's like you're kind of ignoring the people that are around you. Again, these are the things that I say that a lot of times fire signs are guilty of, that they don't pay attention to. It's those certain aspects that are more self-absorbed, or just focusing on yourself, and that's not a bad thing. We all have tendencies in every sign to do this to ourselves, but again, just be more conscientious about what you're doing, and be more awoken in that aspect. But again, I also feel like you're going to be the Five of Wands is like a drama card, but it's, the card says test, and that's what I feel like you're going to be given. There's going to be some drama. You can't have everything perfect. No one can. So this month, expect some people around you to lose their cool. Some people are going to be very possessive of you. You may have a friend that's like, I invited you, but you decided to go with Tiffany, and I thought I was your friend, and blah blah blah. And again, tug of war of friendships and where you're at, and um a lot of immaturity. Maybe you have kids and they're like, Mom, I wanted you to take me over here, but you decided to work overtime because, and blah blah blah. Or I want that new iPhone for Christmas. I want that new iPhone. It's like everybody's like wanting a piece of you. They're wanting something out of you. And it's like, fuck, like just let me breathe, right? If you're a parent, I get it. I have a lot of my friends that are parents of younger kids, and a lot of times we want to cater to the needs of the children, and just we may feel sorry that that they don't have the father, as an active member in their life, or that you're a single parent. But again, you can't cater to every single whim that your child, may want, because a lot of that creates codependency and it doesn't help them grow. So if you're tuning into this as an, fire sign and you're an Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, you need to be very mindful of that, because I feel like a lot of you tend to maybe gravitate towards or fall into that category. Um, and lastly, get in check with your emotions. If you're feeling this month with the energies as intense as they are, you're feeling out of balance and you're crying, or you're feeling super emotional and you're like, what is going on? It's a collective energy in the universe. So be sure to ground and protect your energy. If you need to go barefoot, go outside and go barefoot and just, stand on the ground. If you need to sage or, meditate, do that. Listen to some music. You can do anything that will ground your energy. But this month, it's important for you to do that. If you do not do that, you're going to be a salty bitch. Just saying. If you're a fire sign, you're going to be salty towards people. People are going to be like, you're the biggest bitch ever, because again, your energy is not grounded. So ground yourself, catch yourself, watch, how you're feeling, how you're reacting to people. Very, very important. Okay. So again, I'm just snickering because I know Leslie Michelle. She's like, "Oh, it's funny, but it's the truth, And I don't sugarcoat the truth, even in my private readings. I give you the tea from spirit, like I see it. Okay. Um. Hi guys. I'm just gonna catch up with this. I use crystals like tourmaline to help me too. I love that. Hello, 29. She's like, so lovely to see you. Ray, missed you. Miss you too, Judith, Darlene Brewer. How are you doing? It's going good. It's late here. After this, I'm going to bed. Naj is like, I got hot cocoa from Starbucks. I'm so jealous, Naj. I want that. I says the synchronicities are insane. Um, Brienne said, I rung up a customer and saw 1111. I'm telling you, the signs are everywhere. All right, so now we're going to get into my earth sign. So if you're a Taurus, a Virgo, or Capricorn, this is going to be the tea for this month of November. Pay attention to it. Also, if you're tuning into this, all of my emergency readings are on sale. Whether it's a video reading or an email reading, they are 50% marked down. Um, I will also be having a Black Friday sale, just like most people do. And I have it yearly. Everything will probably be marked down 50%. This is including my oracle decks that I have. I have two. Jewelry, a lot of jewelry that's in my and these are fine stones and crystals of my personal collection, as well as oils, spiritual oils, and all of my readings. They will all be 50% marked down again, and that will be during the Black Friday sale. All right. All right, so let's get into my horoscopes for this month of November for my earth signs. Again, Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. Okay. Wow, the high priestess comes out to start talk about like your intuition being on point. So again, your spiritual abilities are heightened if you are a Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. You're tuning in accurately to things that you've been wondering, like, am I really tuning into this? Is this really happening? Is my assessment of a person, a situation, or an outcome accurate? Hell yeah, it is. Um, I also feel like with the Two of Pentacles, it's like you're juggling. A lot of you are having to make sacrifices with your money. Like, should I pay, should I cut out eating out and start cooking more from home? Where can I cut costs so I can save money? It's like you're in the adult world now and you don't want to be in the adult world. And it's like, maybe you're an addict to Starbucks like I am, right? Or to Dunkin' Donuts. And you're like, do I really need that $5 a cup of coffee? That's so bougie. But if you cut that down, again, it's going to be little sacrifices here and there. You'll be surprised how much you can save, right, in the month of November. The Justice card makes me feel like when I see this, it's almost like if you have something, that's happening around you where you've been wronged, again, it's a possibility things will go in your favor. It's almost like I always say, like, I feel like that's also a very Libra type of energy, even though we're not reading the air signs, we're reading currently earth signs. It reminds me of balance. So remember to find balance this month of November if you are an earth sign, okay? Because you need balance. If you're doing too much of one thing, if someone is pulling your energy and your attention to one thing in particular, you're not balanced. You're going to feel unbalanced. You're going to feel sick. And what I'm worried about is that if you're an earth sign this year, this month of November, you could get physically ill. Like there's things I feel like your immune system could get weakened. When you're not sleeping enough, you could have like problems functioning. Again, I'm not a doctor, so I'm not trying to like diagnose. I'm just saying there's possible outcomes from a spiritual level that can correlate to your energy and your health. Um, I also feel like some of you may be that are single or been single for a while, your love life may be ramping up. You might have somebody that comes in and befriends you, but you've been stuck or felt stuck for so long, like the hangman in your situation, that you may not even see it or realize who's in front of you. You could have the love of your life in front of you, but are you really able to like give of yourself and see that and acknowledge it? So again, I feel like a lot of the stuff that you've created in your life are more illusions or or ways of patterns of thinking. Again, kind of self-sabotaging yourself. So it's important if you are, an earth sign this month in particular to celebrate things. I feel like you have good news on its way this month. For some of you, I think some of you are going to be celebrating a birthday, an anniversary. There could be something coming up. I also feel like a huge wave of you are very focused on the future, and spirits like right now they don't want you to focus too much on the future but more of the present and changing things right now in the present. Okay, and then you got the ace of pentacles. So I kind of feel like this month is all about your money, kind of improving your situation. This could be from picking up an extra job or thinking outside the box creatively for the new year that's coming, but abundance surrounds you. I also feel like, again, drama finds you this month. With the Knight of Swords, that energy is like you're not having it this month. If somebody's being dramatic, if you have that Thanksgiving get together and some of your family members are being shady and getting into your business, and how many times you slept with this guy, and now you're hooking up with this other guy, and you're just doing this and this and that they saw you somewhere, and who was that? Really, a lot of you ain't gonna have it. I'm just saying, if you're Earth signs, you're gonna be like, bitch, get out of my business and get moving and focus on you because you're not perfect. And it's gonna be ugly. Like some of you could get in confrontations, not physical fights, but verbal, altercations. Um yeah, the energy is like just you're gonna have to pick and choose your battles. If Aunt Betty out there is, or an Aunt Karen out there is up in your Kool-Aid and she's rubbing it in, walk away from her. Don't pull her weave off. Do not punch her in the face. Do not get violent. Just walk away. I'm telling you, you're gonna find out a lot of y'all are more feisty than you thought. If you're a Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn, you're gonna be salty. Okay. Um, and then again, I feel like again you're gonna feel kind of like somebody's hurt you in some way. Like there's going to be feelings that surface, triggers that come out this month. Again, the month of November is going to cause triggers for my earth signs. So it's very important, if you feel triggered, to center yourself again, like I said before, and just ground yourself. How do you ground yourself? There's different ways: meditation, visualizing a light, working with sage, Palo Santo, earthing, which is like going outside barefoot. Different ways. There's so many ways. Um, if you are an earth sign, love is coming in strong. We got the lovers card here. So again, if you are in a relationship, this could be emphasis with your partner, focusing on how to improve the relationship, the communication. Because like I said, no relationship is perfect. Some relationships are going to have ups and downs, but if it's true love, it's meant to be, it's going to be. If you're single and you're an earth sign and you're single, again, you're going to start having new energy coming in, trickling in for you. And it's a possibility that you could meet somebody through an invite. So if you're invited to a Thanksgiving party, go. I don't care if your arch enemy is there, somebody, is there that you don't like, go. You're not there for them. You're there for for supporting your friend or whatever. Again, Robin's like, I'm rewinding. Oh, I love it. Let me see here. Robin, Severin, let's see. Did I miss the fire signs? Yes, you did, but you can see this afterwards. Hey, Ray, will you be answering a few questions here? I've been a while since you've been live and answered questions. Yeah, not tonight, but I will do it another night. And like I said, if you are also one of the things that people are not aware of here on my YouTube is that on my Patreon, I try to do at least once a month. I do mini readings for those that attend this like this live, but it's more in an intimate setting. So if you haven't joined my Patreon, it's $10 a month, and In the past, I've had some people leave because they don't like the billing. How it used to work with the Patreon is that you would pay $10 when you joined, and let's say you join at the end of the month, like October 31st, then they would bill you the October 31st, and then you also would get billed on the first of every month going forward. So you would be billed like kind of twice. I've changed that in the system. They gave us as content creators and Patreon that ability to change it. So now how it works, if you join Patreon, you're only billed one time. The time that you join, that day that you join is your effective bill cycle, and so you're billed systematically by Patreon once a month on that day only, not twice. So again, that may be something that kind of brings back a lot of my rays of light that used to be on there, because I know that a lot of them would ask about that, or again didn't like that. So just saying. All right, so let's get into now. What's the last sign? Water signs: Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. My mom just had her birthday yesterday, so happy birthday to my mom, who's a Scorpio. Yes, I'm a child of a Scorpio and a Capricorn. I don't know how I came out as a Gemini with like double Cancer, Cancer moon, Cancer rising. So my dad was a Capricorn and my mom is a Scorpio. So yeah. Okay. Hi, Lisa Marie from Melbourne. Melbourne, I think I said that right. I always want to say Melbourne, but it's Melbourne. I don't know how to pronounce that. Maybe I said it wrong. Melbourne, but I feel like it's pronounced different. I don't know. I feel like it's not pronounced the way that us Americans want to pronounce it. Have you had your cuppa? I love the lingo that my Aussie family uses. Again, I have a lot of clients that are in Australia. Um, I also want to be very as the holidays are approaching and as as we get closer to Black Friday, you're going to notice a lot of people on Instagram pretending to be me, and even on TikTok using fake accounts. I have officially almost like 29,000 subscribers, almost like 28, 29,000 subscribers. I'm not counting. To me, that's not important. I love all of you. I don't focus on the superficial. But what I want you to do is be careful of anybody pretending to be me, DMing you, asking you for a reading, you know, that they felt compelled by their spirit guides or whatever to offer you a reading. I don't do that shit. I will never do that shit. So don't fall for those scams. There are people that are scam artists. Instagram is on they have their own reasons why. I don't judge them, but they will not give me the blue check mark for verification purposes so that my account is seems very, as the only verified account. They won't do it. I've tried, I've applied for it. It's almost impossible. I think some accounts have been flagged for things that we've posted in the past. If you're very outspoken and you speak about, the truth, they try to silence you. So, I mean, I get it. That's the way that they operate. I'm not worried about a check mark. I don't need a check mark to validate or to like boost my ego or like make me feel, you know, um, like, oh, I'm verified. I'm I'm hot. Like I don't need that. But yeah, just be careful. All right, let me get into my water signs again. If you're a Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces, and if you're listening to this and you're a Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces, but you don't have that in your moon sign. I'm sorry, if you are a Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces, and it's not in your sun, not in your necessarily in your sun sign, but it's in your moon or ascending, then you can still listen to this and it may still apply. Or even if you have it in another part of your house. I always say that. All right, let's get into it. Um, First thing that I see for this month of November for you guys is independence with the Queen of Swords. You're going to be very feisty. You're going to be speaking your mind. You're not going to back down. You're very much about being present in the moment and just like not wanting to deal with the drama. You're just tired of it. The other thing that I see here is the Queen of Cups, which is sensitivity. So again, you're going to be a little bit more sensitive to what people say, things that are being said about you. You're going to know. I mean, like I always feel like Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces are one of the most intuitive signs out of the whole zodiac, right? So you're going to be picking up on shadiness, on the tone of voice through text, even though people say you can't really tell, or how the tone is in text through text messages. That's bullshit because you really can. Energies has many forms and it doesn't lie. The Ten of Pentacles is about support. So financially, you're going to be very focused on your money and how to make money, etc. I also feel like you're going to have the financial tools to make money in the month of November. With the Chariot card, I kind of feel like what they're saying is that some of you are going to be traveling. A lot of travel and movement for my water signs is like where you've been grounded and stable for a long time and not really wanting to travel, the travel bug hits you now. And I feel like you're going to be moving and going places and doing things. Maybe you're traveling to see your long lost relatives or family that you haven't seen because you live in another state. The Lover's card comes out. Ooh. So this means that again, a lot of you that are have been single or looking for love, this is a possibility with the November and the holidays coming in that you will find, a love or a soulmate. You will find somebody that, you've been hoping to find. Also, the moon card comes out. So I feel like when I see the moon, it's about your dreams. It's about paying attention to your dreams, the messages that spirit guides are going to give you. But also, when you think of the moon on a deeper level, I think I see it as a different perspective than what most people kind of see it as, as the book says and stuff, the manuals. But when you think of the moon, you think about when does it come out? It comes out when everything is dark, right? When it's nighttime. When it's nighttime and it's pitch black darkness and there's no moon, things are very dark and hidden. Well, when the moon comes, it's almost like it exposes things. Things come to the surface. Craziness comes to the surface. So, I do feel like this is going to be a crazy time, especially around the moon cycles. We have this month, if I'm not mistaken, on the calendar, November the 8th. We just had, what are we today? I'm like, okay, November the 4th today. So that means Tuesday we have a full moon coming, okay? And then on the 23rd, right before Thanksgiving, we have a new moon happening. So pay attention to around this time of now, like from right now, if you are a water sign, you're gonna notice shit's happening, shit's going down. People are acting erratic all around you, or you could picking that up very, very intensely. But know that this month of November, if you are a water sign, that the Sun card overrides all the negativity, which I really haven't gotten anything negative that I can say. I feel like you have a lot of the major arcana this month, so I feel like you're stepping into your power more greatly. You're going to be willing to confront people, especially like if you have a parent or let's say you come from a wealthy family and you've just been, or you come from a family and that has like some power control over you. Some people do, and your parents want you to marry people of society, or they have these preconceived notions and these all this stuff, that they want you to follow. And then they have you manipulated. If you don't do it, you're disowned or disinherited. A lot of you are going to break the mold. You're not going to follow them. You're breaking out of these patterns that have been confining you for so long. And that's just an example. I'm not saying that for everybody, but I'm just saying you could be in a similar situation. Maybe you're trapped in a marriage where you're being gaslit, or in a relationship you're being abused verbally, mentally, psychologically, sexually, whatever. You're going to be breaking free from those bondages, from those shackles that have been on you, you know? I feel like again, you are taking your power back. You're basically letting go of the burdens. You're starting to realize that a lot of the stuff that you've been carrying for years it's not yours to carry anymore, It's time to let it go and let it flow. And in this process it can be very scary, even though you have a partner, you have family and friends that get you. Some of us don't want to talk about these things because it's embarrassing, or because we feel like we will be judged harsher, or that maybe somebody else won't understand. But you'd be surprised that a lot of people are on our journey, or going through similar journeys as well. So don't be so hard on yourself, but also know that this is a time to step it up and really, really, um, face the music, face people that are not, elevating you and are not treating you like the king or the queen that you deserve. For all my men and women out there, because men go through the same shit that females go through. Maybe not the same exact level, because again, I think women are a lot more, how would I put this? I think women are more abused on a daily basis than men. A majority of, like, a lot of women are more abused. I'm just gonna say it, and I'm not taking one side or the other, but it's known categorically, statistically, etc. men typically have always had like the upper hand. But I'm not saying that there are not males that are listening to this that are not in an abusive relationship, and facing it. So, but what I'm saying is that again, if you are in something that is abusive, get out of it. And I think that you're going to get out of it this month. Yeah, because the devil card comes out and it's like now those shackles are being broken. And the devil card is never like an ominous card. I never see it like that unless it's like the death card after it and maybe like the 10 of swords and the 8 of cups or the 5 of swords, other things like I would see in I don't feel like the devil card is evil like the way that people think. It just means that there are darker aspects of a relationship. It's usually the opposite of the lover's card. So again, but I feel like in this case you're breaking free. And again, I feel like a lot of you are going to consult psychics or maybe even consult your own self, like get your own tarot deck and oracle cards, or you may be very just like praying to your spirit guides, whatever form of communication. If you're a Christian, you may be going to prayers or going to church and asking God, or asking the great source, whatever you identify as God, um, you know, and trying to sit with yourself and get the answers. Like sometimes we don't need psychics like myself to give you those answers. Sometimes we don't need other people. God talks to everybody. I do believe firmly in God, source, whatever you want to call it, universal love. I'm not in the least religious. I am spiritual, but again, it's everywhere. It's the air that we breathe. It's the trees. It's everywhere. So again, you can find the answers within yourself. And that was the horoscopes for my water signs for the month of November. So I will wrap it up by saying that I have a lot of amazing things happening. One of them is that I'm kind of adding new things to my Patreon group, which again, I want to teach tarot to a lot of people and oracle pendulum classes. All this is going to be only for $10 a month. But that $10 a month does not only give you access to that, but it gives you access to so much more. If you are looking at this, please join my Patreon community. If you're again called to. I'm never going to force or push that or try to shove it down somebody's throat. But it's www.patreon.com/psychic medium ray. And again, you're only billed one time a month now. I fixed it in the system. Also, all of my emergency readings are on sale until the 7th, or actually until the 6th. But that is it's like a flash weekend sale. So if you've been wanting to get a reading but not wanting to wait 5 to 8 week turnaround time, which is the current timeline for the influx of reading requests that I get, that's going to be this may be the time to get the reading. Again, it's up to you. Other things that I have going on is that I am planning to have an event either the end of this year or the beginning of next year in Miami, Florida. So I will be coming to Miami, God willing. And then again, I'm going to be planning the East Coast. You may see me in NYC, New York. So again, I may be popping up in random places as the new year begins. Again, God willing. I also may be very much soon to in the Bay Area and in California. I have some people that have connections that actually want to see me in the Bay Area. So again, if you're in California, I may be coming to you. If you have venues that that people wouldn't mind like having a medium going and doing gallery readings, especially on the East Coast, like New Jersey, New York, I would be very keen and very open to it, flying out there. If you know any places in Miami that would be good venues to have like an intimate setting of 30, 40 people or even less, like 20 to 30 people. I would love to do that. But again, you're my rays of light. So you know places better than I do. I don't know these areas. I've had so far one in Burbank. I've had them mainly in Texas. So yeah, I'm looking forward to expanding and kind of like touring a little bit more in the coming year, the coming year, hopefully before this year ends too. But yeah, I'm excited to travel. All right, guys. I want to thank you so much for being here. Let me just read the comments really quick here. Yes, NYC in the house. Bay Area, let's see. Miami. Royal Calvin says don't go. Oh. I love you guys. Very simply, if you have Saturn in your second houses, you are screwed. Royal Calvin says that. I'm not by the no, I never want to like represent myself as an astrologist or someone that does like knows a lot about the horoscopes. My horoscopes are intuitive, so I use my gift along with tarot to kind of give you an intuitive perspective. But again, it doesn't mean that it's going to apply to everyone. Just take what you can out of what I gave. Let's see here. I was wondering if you will do the predictions for 2023. Yes, I actually do those and publish them right around the weekend of November, um, the Thanksgiving weekend. So, like that weekend, I will be publishing my yearly world and celebrity predictions. So, start sending me stuff through my email, celebrity psychic medium ray at gmail.com. Email me celebrities you want to know the tea about for 2023. Um, is it Rihanna that you want to know about? Is it Drake? Is it Kanye? Who is it that you want to know the tea about? Let me know, and I will feel guided to see which ones Spirit wants me to do the predictions on. If you have a podcast and you want me to come on there, I don't mind coming on there if time allows. Oh my God, we have Hello 29 from Perth, one of my Aussies. Ooh, happy Arvo. Arvo, it's like that's a slang in Oz terms for afternoon. I think. Okay, let's see here. So yeah, this is gonna be replay. Somebody says he's so fine. I wonder who they're talking about. It's Chris. I need to say money, been juggling school, work. I don't know. Somebody said I hope that they were talking about me because I know I'm fine. Just kidding. Just kidding. Um, I'm just reading here. I also, yeah, I don't take myself too seriously. This is what you get if you know me in person. Like I literally make people laugh. Uh, I don't take, if I'm tired, I'm probably not funny, but I'm tired right now, but I am funny, like literally. Um, I don't know. Somebody says, "What's your Instagram name?" And I will find you and add you. So they're trying to add somebody. I don't know. Oh, Henry Cavill. Okay. A left Garrett. Take off death. I don't know what that means. Kanye is a mess. Somebody says, I love New York says that. Um, Happy birthday again to all of my Scorpios that are tuning in that have had their birthday already or that are celebrating it this month, right? Um, oh, Naj, thank you. Okay, okay, I see you having a dialogue with Ice. Oh my God, you remember that LF the Cuban Uber mafia? Well, now I have a vehicle, so I'm not worried about that. I don't take Ubers in Houston from the airports or anything anymore. Oh my God. The rapper Takeoff from Migos was killed. Yeah, actually, that's so weird. I have a story to tell you if you're listening to this still or you're tuning into this later. So yesterday I went to Houston. Yes, I did. H-Town is like my second home. That in San Antonio are like my second homes, away from home. So I went to Houston to see no one and no other than Carrie Underwood in concert. I got there late because I never want to see the opening acts. I don't like unless it's somebody that's a headliner that I know that's popular, and that's probably me being narcissistic on some level, or kind of being a negative Nancy. But I've been to so many concerts, and the opening acts don't usually do anything for me, except for the one with Lizzo. I went to Lizzo's concert too. A lot of people don't know, and I saw Saucy Santana and Lotto, and those two I was there before it started. I was like, I am not missing them. But with Carrie Underwood, I didn't know like a lot of the opening acts. So I was like, but no, she was phenomenal. I love country music, certain types of country music, certain singers, and she's one of them that I've always like followed since the beginning of her American Idol days. She's got some pipes on her, and she was amazing, phenomenal. And what was so weird is that the Toyota Center where I went to, where it's located, is on Polk Street. So that's where the Migos rapper Takeoff was murdered. It was on Polk Street. I've also went to a Halloween party a few weeks ago. Oh, whenever a few weeks ago, last week when it was Halloween, and around that time frame. And there's this shop that is on Polk Street too, and the vibe and the energy. If you're from Houston, you can probably attest to it. It was just telling someone today, like, I got an eerie vibe and I thought of Takeoff, and, like, I felt his soul present there on Polk Street. And I'm not exactly sure exactly what area he was murdered at, but I know it was not too far away from the Toyota Center, 'cause Polk Street goes quite a bit of ways, but it just felt eerie. There's, like, a darkness that pervades that particular road, or street, whatever you want to call it. And even though it's like part of it goes to like that Toyota Center, and there's a lot of like nice places there, it's an eerie feeling. I don't know if anybody else that's a Houston native or that has, ever been there feels the same, but I just got this eerie feeling about Polk Street. Um, but yeah, I got to see Carrie Underwood, and she sang all the good songs that I wanted. Also, if you haven't seen the Takeoff video about my own reading that I did, it is available here on my YouTube channel. I already did that. And I'll be doing some more readings. All right, guys. So get some rest. I love you guys so much. And I'll be back. Again, emergency readings are 50% off until the 6th. So book yourself a reading. And then again, I will be having a Black Friday sale. So I love you guys. Until next time. Bye.